Hi, folks. I'm overdue for a video, so I thought I would make one today about personal statements. It's admission season, so I know a lot of you are thinking about personal statements. And throughout my years of working with students, I've read so many personal statements, and I've just found that personal statements uh, very often give students a lot of anxiety. Students really struggle with what to write about, how to write about it, etc. They feel a lot of pressure, and sometimes it takes students a long time to really get going with the personal statement. And so I just wanted to make a video today to make one point about personal statements. Now, a lot of points can be made about personal statements, and perhaps I should make other videos to make those points. But I just want to focus on one today, and I hope that this one will help you get the ball rolling, so to speak, on your way toward having a really good personal statement. And the point that I'm going to make, I'm going to draw an analogy. A lot of times, I didn't play baseball. I'm not a baseball player, but I think I understand the analogy. Sometimes batters in baseball games, maybe they try really hard to hit a home run, right? They feel like, oh, I need to hit a home run, I need to score a run, pressure's on, that sort of thing. And what happens oftentimes when batters really swing for the fences, so to speak, and try to hit a home run, oftentimes they strike out, right? They miss the ball completely. Far from hitting the ball over the fence, they didn't hit the ball at all. And I think that analogy is pretty appropriate here with a personal statement. I think sometimes students swing for the fences and feel like they have to hit the ball out of the park on the personal statement, that so much is riding on it, and they don't want to mess up, and they put all this pressure, and they're in the batter's box, and they swing and get that first draft, and they just miss the ball, right? Sometimes, to keep the analogy going, sometimes an RBI single is exactly what you need to win the game. I'm not saying here that you should write a statement that's only worthy of a single and not a home run. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, don't try so hard to make it perfect that what you end up with is far from perfect. So how does this manifest itself? What have I seen? Times that I've thought students have really tried too hard, those times have resulted in things like wordiness, jumpiness, not staying fluid in what you're trying to say. Things don't transition well from one thought to another. You're jumping around. Maybe you have a theme, but maybe you're using too many examples to try to support that theme. Like maybe you have an example that you think might fit. It's a little bit of a stretch. I'm going to throw it in there because it gives me more to talk about, but it doesn't fit. It's like square peg, round hole. Like it just doesn't fit. And instead of trying to make it fit, you shouldn't have put it in the statement at all. Your statement is worse off having it in there because it's so clear to the reader that this is not a good fit for what you're trying to do. So I would encourage you to focus on quality, not quantity, when it comes to things like examples to support your theme, for instance. So, and other things, I was giving examples: wordiness, jumpiness, trying to make things fit. Sometimes even it results in like stream of consciousness, where like you're just rattling on about what this topic is, and you're just thinking, well, more, maybe that'll help me. I don't think so. I don't think quantity is what you need here. I think it's quality. So using this situation, I encourage applicants to sort of step back, reassess, take a breath, and think, what is it that I'm trying to convey to the person reading this statement? Like, my theme. What is the thing that I'm trying to tell them? What's the main point? And we can talk later, of course, about how to develop that and structurally what to do, but tell me in a sentence or two what it is that this statement is about. right? Because everything else is going to flow to that, within that, from that, surrounding it. It's all going to be about that pretty much. If you cannot succinctly tell me what the gist of this personal statement is, my guess is that the reader is going to have a hard time figuring it out, reading your statement, because you tried too hard. You tried to hit a home run and you whiffed on the ball. So I know this is just one aspect of dealing with a personal statement, but it's one that I think is really important. I see it so often with students, and I think it's a direct result of the pressure they feel, the uncertainty about what to write about and where to begin, and I totally get all that. But my advice to you as you prepare for your personal statement, or as you're working on it right now, is to focus on the quality of what you're saying and not the quantity. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to hit the ball out of the park that you're going to swing and miss. Right? Have your main point, have your theme, have whatever thoughts that you want to convey. Succinctly sort of have them in your mind of like, this is what I want to convey and get across. Okay? I'm not going to try to add to it. I'm not going to layer things onto it, just pile on for the sake of piling on. No, I'm going to hold on to this really good theme, this really good thought, this really strong message. And I want to make it clear to the reader what that message is so that the reader doesn't get lost in all the other stuff that you put in there surrounding it, thinking that it would help when it didn't help. So that's my message today. I hope that I clearly conveyed my message, that oftentimes with a personal statement, we feel like we have to hit home run. We swing for the fences really hard, and we miss. And I think that we should try to avoid that and maybe just think about getting the bat on the ball first, right? All right, well, I hope that helps. See you later.